Hi guys, so the Spider-Man No Way Home official trailer landed last night. We were all obviously fast asleep in the UK. It's also a bit too early for me to do it with anyone else. So I'm in here just before doing the school run to react to Spider-Man No Way Home, the official trailer. Now, I don't know if you remember when I snuck into the car in Cornwall. We saw a trailer with Spider-Man wanting to remove the fact that everyone knows he's Spider-Man. But then, of course, he wants to pick and choose who knows that he's Spider-Man, so that Zendaya, obviously Zendaya's character, doesn't forget, because he wants to stay in love, and his family members don't forget, and his friends don't forget. And then we saw Doctor Strange very lightheartedly winking and doing a spell. It did strike me when I watched that back that if he's that powerful and he could do a spell, surely he could have introduced a caveat or just a bit of a rule change into the spell, because he's casting such a strong spell and he can cast any spell, right? We saw Alfred Molina in there as Dr. Otto Octavius, and you know, it was a sort of cornucopia of Spidey activity. There was lots of explosions. It was very dramatic. So anyway, so the new trailer has landed. We're going to react to it. I mean, there's been a lot of speculation on the whole Andrew Garfield thing, who was one of the previous Spider-Mans. Is he going to appear in it? Especially given the fact that in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, we had that idea that multiple different Spideys could interact. So I wonder whether that's, you know, there's a lot of speculation about the whole Andrew Garfield thing. I mean, I'm not as much of a geek and into all that side of things, but there's a lot of excitement about that. There's a lot of excitement about the potential crossover between Spider-Man and Venom, Spider-Man and Morbius and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I think Sony, which is this other sort of sidebar to the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, are trying to combine all of their different sort of characters, create a multiverse, if you like, an alternate multiverse to the MCU done by Marvel Studios Direct and Disney. And then within this, they've got all these potential villains that can be in there. Now, there's the Goblin. Now, the Green Goblin was played by Willem Dafoe. Are we going to see him again in this trailer? It's one of my favourite villains. Like Riddler is one of my favourite villains in Batman. The Green Goblin is one of my favourite villains around Spider-Man. And I think it's because they're green. I think I really like green villains. So anyway, should we check this out? Let's watch it. I have to say, I'm very excited.
Ever since I got bit by that spider, I've only had 1 week where my life has felt normal. That was when you found out.
When you botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget that Peter Parker's Spider-Man, we started getting some visitors. From every universe.
Hello, Peter. You're not Peter Parker.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
There are others out there. We need to send them back. So, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You know, all this is kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Please, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You're flying out into the darkness to fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate. I'm sorry, kid.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
Look, there has to be another way!
There isn't. They're a danger to our universe.
You're not gonna take this away from me. Peter, you're struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose.
This is all my fault. I can't save everyone.
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
December 17th, exclusively in movie theaters. Tickets on sale November 29th.
Spider Monday. Oh my god. Well, there was a lot there that we've already seen. Dr. Otto Octavius, some nice humour there around his stupid name. Dr. Strangelove, obviously from the MCU over at Disney, dropping in. Jon Favreau in there in the car as well. Green Goblin arrives, but doesn't quite reveal whether it's Willem Dafoe. Did it sound like Willem Dafoe? I think it might have done. Obviously the multiverse has opened and all sorts of shit's being let in and villains have come back and people do know him and don't recognise him. We've said it many times before and I'll say it again. We like Spider-Man and we like Tom Holland playing Spider-Man when he's the disorientated, not confident teenager. And my hope with this is that because he's essentially being taken back or potentially taken back to when nobody knew who he was, that we can revisit that sort of, okay, he's not exactly a teenager anymore, but that young adult conflict and confusion and sort of clumsiness that we really liked in the first Spider-Man, or the first iteration of Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Zendaya in there, you know, obviously edge of our seat stuff there with are all his friends going to die? Are they going to disappear? Are they going to vanish? And then no reference there as to whether there's another Spidey, you know, coming through. And then all of the kind of collapsing of the city and it reminded me of Inception. There was a lot of Inception going on in there. Lots of explosions, lots of great big stuff, and a few little references there I thought to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse with the falling from the scaffolding and his hand going down to catch Zendaya. So it's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. It felt like a bit of a rerun of the last teaser. I mean, obviously they put a bit more meat on the bones, but not an awful lot. I felt I just had what I saw in the teaser confirmed as being in this, some of the same shots. I think they, you know, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe they're wanting to hold back some of the bigger reveals to get us into the cinema this Christmas. What do you think?
For more film and family fun, don't forget to click the subscribe button and make sure to click the bell to never miss an update.